All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to sunny California. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Oh, well, we still have Riverside in the virtual world, but it doesn't exist in real life anymore. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series is going to tackle this road course. Classic stock car road course. It's race number 4 of the season, and it's 40 laps. Stay out of the sand, boys and girls, and bring home a victory. Well, it's all going to be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Thanks for joining us. Let's get it going. Well, the Buschwackers Series taking a break from the ovals to hit the road course here at Riverside International. 40 laps of this great classic road course in California. All right, hey, thank you so much for jumping in here to TurnLeftTV and joining us. Appreciate you being here tonight. Guys are mixing it up here at Riverside in practice. I want to say thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there. Please share my videos with all your friends. Thanks to all those people who come out and watch the races. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, encourage you to do so. Appreciate that. And then also smash the bell, and you'll get updates when we go live. We have 3 races this weekend. Actually, 2 races this weekend, and I got a big one coming up next week as well in the Saturday Showdown Series to kick off that series. So GT3 Series tomorrow and Buschwackers Series tonight. Again, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV, and I appreciate your support. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. Also, how about hosting your website or your online store or VPS hosting available through EliteHostingUSA.com? And that's who provides our servers and our website service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Please surf on over to the website, and you see a lot of stuff there as far as point standings and screenshots of the driver's schedule. And then a quick link to Discord if you'd like to join us. Also a quick link to TurnLeftTV. Good way to get there easy peasy, Japanesey. Get some chatters in here. Kent says, asking if I feel okay. Yeah, I think I'm back to normal. Logan Brown had a day off today, so good to him. Good on him, I should say, right? We all get to sleep in a little bit. A little unplanned snow day. That was nice. Definitely feeling okay. Thank you so much for asking. Kent, I appreciate that. Take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers Series. Of course, tonight we're at Riverside, and the next week we'll be at Vegas for a 100-lap race. That'll be a fun one. Talladega Superspeedway coming up on February the 10th to start the back half of that season. See Lucas Oil Raceway, a little short track action. And we got a special event coming up on 24th of February. That's Phoenix Raceway, the Busted Knuckles 125, to help us honor our fallen hero. Lawrence Stoppenworth, Kansas Speedway on March the 3rd, and Atlanta Motor Speedway on March the 10th to finish out the season. High Octane Racing League GT3 Series will back in action. I got the wrong banner up there. Tomorrow. Let's put the right banner up there. There we go. Daytona Road Course headed your way. Brand new season. And we're starting it off tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Daytona. And it's going to be a big field, man. So excited for this one. You want to definitely join us here on TurnLeftTV at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's take a look at the track here at Riverside. Of course, this does not exist anymore in real life. There's a housing development. I think there's some commercial development there now. What a shame, man, because this is a perfect track for stock cars. Perfect road course. Much better than Watkins Glen, in my opinion. Located in Moreno Valley, California. Asphalt track, 4.22 kilometers, 2.62 miles in length, 9 turns, and this is the stock car configuration here at Riverside, man. And there has been some classic stock car races here, man. Really a cool racetrack. Saturday Night Thunder headed your way. Las Vegas Motor Speedway coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. Vegas, race number 4 of that Saturday Night Thunder Series season. Last week was at Riverside, and that was a fun race. I was in that race, and it was a disaster for me, but hey, I'm the broadcaster. But that's coming up tomorrow, and I might even get out of the car or get out of the broadcast booth and race it up in Las Vegas, man. You know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So that's coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These guys are going to the qualification session. So it looks like we've headed over to quals. Take a look at my keys to the race here tonight. Save tires. This thing is tough on tires, especially that first right-hander and then also the carousel. Really tough on those left side tires. Race the track, man. You got a big field here tonight, and you're going to need to make sure you concentrate on the track, and that means managing traffic too. Somebody's coming up behind you, man. It might be better, instead of overdriving that car early on, just to let them go, and you might reel them back in. Don't beach it. There is sand to the left and to the right, and you're going to get sand in your shorts here tonight. So don't beach it. And it is hard to get caught back up when you get in the sand. Have a good pit stop here tonight. They're going to be pitting several different times, and it's important to get on and off pit lane. There are no caution flags here to get caught back up. So those are my keys to the race here at Riverside. Take a look at the qualification. This is Craig Marizon in the 60 car in his outlap. Yogi Presentio. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Joining us here. He does some GT3 Series stuff with us. And he's going to be racing tonight. Huh? How about that? Mixing it up in the stock cars tonight. In the chat session. Takes a long time to get around this joint. As Marizon now just on his timed lap. Takes a little while to get this car slung around this course. Some of these guys have elected not to make a pit stop. Alexis Salviev is the top time here so far with a 112.797 top of the grid. Look at Craig Marizon as he heads through the carousel. So 112.797 is the time to beat. Let's see where Marizon lands. 114.457 for him. Right now third on the grid. Alvarez now to the top of the grid. 112.295 is the time to beat for him. Dana Grover, the Trax VR racing team. Number 89 car, that Toyota. He's really bumped up his game, man. He is competing for a championship this season. The 89 Toyota, let's see what he puts down. 114.250, right now fifth on the grid for him. Art Vieta in the 4 car. Last week we are at Riverside in the Saturday Night Thunder, and he just put it on us. 113.389 there for him. Good run for Vieta. He's up to 4th on the grid. Gordon Carter in the 56 car. And 112.295 is the time to beat. He's off into the kitty litter here, so Gordon Carter is maybe going to start in the back. Let's take a look at Chris Hughes here in the number 7 Chevy. Got a little NASA paint scheme on there. And Hughes is right now 10th on the grid. Looks like he finished up that. How about Eugene Fedorov in the 84 car? So 295, Alvarez the top time. 116.270 for Fedorov. Right now 13th on the grid. Dennis Schuderton in the 47 car. He had a little fun with us last week in the Saturday Night Thunder out here at Riverside. You had a lot more fun than I did, that's for sure. First segment pretty fast there, but 2.7 off the pace, but still pretty good job here at this place. Just to keep between the lines is a trick. So Alvarez, Salviev, Simpner, Vieira, Brown, the top five. $117.796 for Dennis Unichin. How about Jesus Iglesias? Right now has an 8th place run. It looks like he's finished up his run.
A lot of soul.
So that might just about do it right there for Qualls. Should maybe finishing up his second lap here. Right now, 17th on the grid for Dennis Unichin here in this Toyota. So Alvarez the top time. Salviev is in second in the Toyota. Simpner in the Ford is third. How about that Chevy? Toyota, Ford, 1, 2, 3. A couple Chevys there in fourth and fifth. And a Ford 6th, Toyota 7th. And rounding out the top 10 with Chevys. Oh, a little bit wide right there. 117.704. Unichin 17th on the grid. Check out our side-by-side. Make sure that's working. It looks like it is. Muhammad Alif Al-Ayuba is out here racing with us tonight. He's right now in the Racing Driver School. Jim Russell Racing Driver School. I want to say thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. This is Riverside International tonight. It's race number 4 of a 10-race season. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, and owner of High Octane Racing League. It's going to be a fun one, man. A little road course action, some sandy action here at Riverside. So it looks like quals have officially ended. And again, I want to say thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there in sim racing land. Appreciate you being here tonight. Got my old classic Dick Johnson hat on. Anybody knows who Dick Johnson is? You were a true race fan. A master of the Australian V8 cars. Had the chance to meet him and Peter Brock back in the late 90s when I lived there in Australia, and got a hat out of the deal. Dick Johnson driving the Shell Helix Ford back in the day. So representing, man, showing my true race colors. And again, thanks for coming out. Peace to everybody out there. Thumbs up button if you would. Don't forget to hit that bell and hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't already done so. Tons of videos here you can share with all your friends here on TurnLeftTV, and anywhere on social media platform you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share mine here at TurnLeftTV. And again, thank you so much for coming in, and let's have a great race here tonight. Looks like we have officially ended qualifications. We'll check the results here in just a minute. Again, I want to say thank you for coming in, and let's get this party started here at TurnLeftTV. All right, let's take a look at the qualification results. Again, thanks for being patient with us. Looks like we got about 6.5 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. And we'll take a look at qualifying results. Franco Alvarez in the 83 starts in P1. Alexei Salviev starts second. Lucas Iffer starts third. Artem Vieta starts in that fourth position. Paul Brown starts in fifth. Ritsky Novar in the Ford starts sixth. Dana Grover starts in the seventh position. Jesus Iglesias starts eighth. Craig Marizon ninth. Chris Hughes starts in the 10th position. Starting in 11th is Yogi Persetio in the Toyota. Ricardo Simonzano starts in 12th. Ed Palumbo 13th. Dan Richter, Eugene Fedorov, Tim Lansbury, 3 Fords in a row, 14 through 16. Dennis Schuderson in the Toyota starts 17th. Gordon Carter, Sean Jacobs, couple Chevys, 18th and 19th. John Stanley in the Ford will start in 20th. Starting in 21st will be Todd Robillard in the 90 car. Looks like our local moderator is here. Keep everybody in line. Fireball Flash Racing here, also saying good luck to everybody tonight. Big field, that's right, 22 drivers actually joining us. Looks like Givaldo's going to start in the 21st position. Todd will start in 22nd. But 22 drivers, man, keep your fingers crossed we get through the first 5 or 6 laps here, because this is going to be crazy with this many drivers. But I want to say thank you to all the drivers for coming out and racing with us at our High Octane Racing League. This season, we have had a huge interest in the stock cars. And I'm going to send a shout out tonight. And he's not in a custom paint scheme. But I'm going to give a shout out, I think, if I find him, to Ritsky Novar. Tonight he's going to be in the 5X car. Ritsky Novar worked tirelessly on working on a car set for us for the GT3 series. So special thanks going out to Ritsky tonight. My pick tonight. My pick to win, or, and some would say, the curse whenever I pick them. So there's my pick to win tonight, Luca Simpfner. Who's going to win this race? He will be in the 21 car. Salviev says, hey, why not pick me, bro? Next time, Alexi, next time. Alexi says, I got to rethink that. Got to spread the wealth a little bit. Logan Brown's got to go. Oh, no, man, it's past his bedtime. All right, Logan, have a good weekend, buddy. Yeah, we'll take another look at this track here at Riverside. It is a pretty easy road course in terms of road courses, but with stock cars, it's a little bit more difficult, but definitely an easier road course, and it's a lot of fun. Moreno Valley, California is where this used to exist back in the day. Asphalt track, 2.62 miles in length, and are 9 turns. And a couple of these, or well, one of them is like a stock car corner. That's the carousel. And a couple of these others are really challenging. Going to be fun, man. Got 23 drivers now joining us. Keep our fingers crossed. Everybody stays connected. In about a minute and a half left. Don't forget, the GT3 series will be back in action for race number 1 of a brand new season. We're going to do every other week GT3 series and Saturday Showdown series. Every other week. So this week will be the High Octane Racing League GT3 series. And we will be at Daytona Road Course. What a classic weekend, and a great weekend to be Daytona Road Course with the 24 hours of Daytona. That is awesome. So this is going to be a fun one. Going to be a big field in the GT3 series. A lot of guys coming out to race this with us. Neto says he's going to be joining us tomorrow in the GT3 series in the Audi. excited for that. All right, boys and girls. Here we go. It's Riverside here tonight. 40 laps in the sand at Riverside International, race number 4 of the season. Let's take a look at the starting order for the first time. How about that? Here we go. Franco Alvarez in the 83 starts P1. Alexis Salviev starts in the 2nd position. Lucas Hiffer starts 3rd. Arjun Vieta starts in the 4th position. Good parity up front there with some Chevys, Fords, and Toyotas. Paul Brown starts 5th. Ritsky Novar starts in the 6th position in the Ford this week. Dana Grover, the Toyota, starts 7th. Jesus Barbecue Iglesias starts in the 8th position. Starting in 9th will be the 60 of Craig Marazon. Starting in 10th is Chris Hughes in a 7 car. Yogi Persantio starts in the 11th position in the 95 car. Ricardo Simonzano starts in 12th. Ed Palumbo starts 13th. Dan Richter in the 65 starts 14th. Eugene Fedorov starts 15th. Tim Lansbury starts in the 16th position. Starting in 17th will be Dennis Udergen in the 47. Gordon Carter starts 18th. Sean Jacobs in the 24 starts in the 19th position. John Stanley will start 20th. Starting 21st will be Todd Robillard in the 90 car. 68, Givaldo Spindola starts in 22nd, and Mohammed Alif Al-Ayuba starts in the 23rd in the 1X car. Remember my keys to the race, man. Save those tires. Race this track, man. It's traffic. Don't beach it, man. Make good pit stops here tonight at Riverside. And you should have the winning formula. Don't overdrive this thing, man. Tires, left side tires are going to go bad in a hurry. Salviev in the 72 has a strong race car here too. So 21, Lucas Hiffer starting in 3rd. Vieta won last week in the Saturday Night Thunder right here at this place. And you know he's got the winning formula, so he starts in 4th. But Franco Alvarez, our points leader, or our big winner last week, I should say, starting in that 83 car up front. Here we go. The pace car is off. Here we go. It's Riverside.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Race number 4 in the High Octane Racing League Buschwacker Series season. Fairly clean start here so far. And Alvarez out to a big lead here early on. Salviev and Sinfin are battling it out for the 2nd position. People getting in the way of the camera. Everybody seems to be pretty calm right now, man. And Salviev starting to put a little pressure here on Franco Alvarez on board here with Alexei Salviev running in the 2nd position. Sinfin running in 3rd. Everybody being pretty kind here right now. Jacobs and Unichin battling here as Jacobs getting around Dennis Unichin in the 47 car. Jacobs up to the 18th position. A lot of traffic coming through here through the carousel. Good place to make some passes. Oh, good way to get in too hot and get into the outside walls. The 24 car making contact. Got in a little hot, and now 47 car giving him a little bit more grief. And he backs off. So he got up into the carousel, and a tough break there for him. As he scrubbed off a lot of speed, he's going to have some left side damage. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias running in the 22 car. Right now is in the 8th position. Good top 10 run for him. Dana Grover just ahead. Necktrax VR sponsored machine. Running in P7 as they head into the carousel. And Iglesias has got a run here on the 89 car. Good side-by-side battle here. The 89 up the track a little bit. Stays out of the walls. The 22 side-by-side on the inside. Might have the preferred position. And does get around coming off the carousel. And you see Dana Grover all over the back of him. Now Craig Marazon in this hunt as well. Good battle here. Take a look at this replay here as Ed Palumbo going on the low side in the carousel. As the 65 car drifts up high and the mellow yellow number 54 car picks up a position now in P13. Givaldo Spindola here in the 21st position in his 68 car. Into the grass there for him. Keeps it on the track now, or gets back onto the racing surface. Right now running in P21. You can look at Paul Brown here in the 77 car running in P5. Drivers weren't even really sure whether Paul was going to be able to race tonight. But here he is, slugging it out. That Outlaws Racing Fuel sponsored Chevy. Alexi Salviev here in a 72 car battling the 83. The Toyota of Alexi Salviev down to the inside. And he's going to get around the 83 car. So Salviev says in the chat session, don't count me out. Picked Lucas Siffer to win this race. Salviev says, I got something to say about that. And now up to P1. Alvarez back to second position. Yeah, Palumbo and the 95 of Yogi Prosetio racing for position. Good side by, oh, little contact there with the 95 and the 54. 54 backing off, the 95 reclaiming that position. Is now the 95 going off track at Palumbo. Oh, no, the 95 in the grass or in the sand as the 54 gets back by. Wow, good racing right there between the 54 and the 95. Eugene Fedorov in the 84 car. Getting by the 65. Dan Richter now having some trouble in that 65 car as Fedorov makes it by. Starting to see some tires wear out just a little bit. These guys are going racing now. There's no more taking care of your stuff. Here's the 21 and the 4 side by side. The 4 of Artiviano picks up P3. Lucas Siffer, the 21, falls back to the 4th position. Gordon Carter and Tim Lansbury having a good battle here in the carousel. 56, Gordon Carter battling that 82 car. The 82 has a head of steam coming off the turn, and he's going to hold on to that spot as Gordon Carter has to tuck back in the 15th position. Now Fedorov is all over him, and now he's going to end up losing another position, I think, to Fedorov. So Fedorov now in P15. Gordon falls back to the 16th position in the 56 car. Dennis Unichin and Sean Jacobs here battling it out. This is for the 18th position. 47, Dennis Unichin And that Toyota getting by the 24. Now, we talked about that 24 a little bit earlier. He's got a pretty significant amount of damage on that left side. So, off the pace there just a little bit for him. John Stanley in the 12 car right now running in the 20th position. Don't forget, these guys got to come down and make some pit stops here. We got Unichin. I think he might be off the track. Dennis Unichin might have come off the track. We'll take a look. This 47 car at the top of the hill right there. That thing gets crazy on him. Breaks the car loose, and he's in the grass. And now he's got to figure out where he's at. Might find Kennedy in the grassy knoll there. 47 back out on the track. Unichin now in the 22nd position. 60 car Craig Marizon getting by Jesus Iglesias as Iglesias came off track. Something happened to Jesus Iglesias. We'll take a look and see what happened to him. Right here is a replay as Iglesias, he just cuts that corner a little bit too tight, and it sets him up in a bad angle for the next turn. And he gets off into the sand and loses a position. As we go back to live here, we got a battle for the race lead as the 83 battling Alexei Salviev. Franco Alvarez says, I want that spot back, and he gets it back. So Alvarez back to the race lead. Great battling here. We'll take a look at the 77 car. Paul Brown, pretty quiet night here for him. Good top 5 run. But don't forget, pit stops soon. Pit stops will be coming up soon. Ritsky Novar running in P6. He is a road course specialist, and he says, I'm switching away from the Toyota, going to the Ford. Feels like that's going to be a better match for him. He's out here in the Tipperary scheme tonight until we get his car in the set. Right now, Ritsky running in P6. Tim Lansbury here battling it out. Right now in the 82, a Fedorov in this mix. Also the 95, Yogi Persetio in this mix. So great battling here. 56 and the 65 also in this mix. So Persetio leading up a field. A pretty tight battle here, shaping up with these guys. Through the carousel, it's going to get interesting here as the 95 leading up this charge. So Yogi in the 95 leading up this charge as Lansbury's got a run coming off the carousel. Fedorov in the 15th position. So great battling here as they head up the hill through the S's. Going to be a hard right-hander here at the top of this hill. So this is a tough part of the track for me. I just cannot get this rhythm down in the S's. But then right here, shifting uphill, and then you got to make a right-hand turn here. And then at the crest of this hill right here, your car can come around. You got to be really careful right there as Lansbury almost loses it in that 82 car. Tight battle here. Persetio coming off track. Lansbury going to be there to pounce as Persetio now getting back on track. Lansbury gains a spot. Persetio going to end up losing a couple positions as Richter gets by as well. Take a look and see what happened here with Yogi in the 95. Persetio a little bit straight right there. Lost grip of those front tires in the sand, and he's going to lose some positions. Gets the car back on the racing surface. Not before Gordon Carter was able to get by. So Persetio now starting to have some trouble here, and once you get out of rhythm, things start. Oh no, Persetio is in the tire barrier. Persetio in the tire barrier, and the hood is off that machine. I don't see any movement in our car. I hope he's okay. So Persetio in the tire barrier, off track. Let's take a look and see what happened to Presetio in the 95 car. Oh, hard contact in the carousel and then straight into the pit wall. My heavens, man, that'll rattle your teeth out of your head right there. Holy smokes. And Presetio is out of the race. What a tough break there for Yogi. My heavens. Take a look at what Unichin saw here as Presetio was DOA. I think he'd already retired his machine to cones all over the track. Here as Unichin picks up a position. Now up to P20. Take a look at Todd Robillard here. That new paint scheme, Ultra Sunoco, sponsors Chevy Camaro in the 90 car, running in the 21st position. So they've had a little bit of trouble with that 90 car trying to get on top of some of these changes that need to be made. Take a look at this. Givaldo Spindler to 68. Battling the 24. Sean Jacobs. Givaldo in his 68 car going to make a pass here on the 24. 68 car now up to P18. Take a look here as Ed Palumbo. Ed Palumbo barely gets by Iglesias, who was off the track. Iglesias came off the track right there, missed the turn, got into the wall, and I think he's going to try to back it up. And then this almost gets out of hand right here. Ed Palumbo, he hits a curb, and Iglesias gets back out on the track. Take a look at this. Dan Richter, Tim Lansbury side by side. This is for the 14th position. Richter has it now. As the 65 picking up that spot. Take a look at Alexei Salviev here, having a good run, man. He's in the second position. He's about 5 seconds off the race lead, but remember, we have pit stops tonight to do. We are on lap 40. We got a long way to go. 40 laps here tonight. And the 72 is right now running 5.3 seconds behind the race lead in P2. Lucas Ifner of the 21 car running in the third position. I think we might have some pit stops underway here. I think pit stops might be underway. Salviev might be on pit lane. The first car to come down pit lane, I believe. So Salviev is on pit lane. First car to come down pit lane, man, and get some service, and he is done back out on the track. We'll try this here. I think it's going to end up being a disaster, but there you go. So Salviev back out in the 8th position after making pit stop. As Lucas Ifner running in the 3rd position. So Salviev, early pit stop there for him. Maybe he's got some strategy up his sleeve. Ifner starting to run up on some lap traffic here as you see Sean Jacobs just ahead. Also Dennis Unichin. Those guys' lap cars. Sean Jacobs looks like he might have gotten into the outside wall again. As Ifner makes that pass, now working on the back of Dennis Unichin. Unichin, the 47 car, going to give him a lot of room. That's good racing etiquette right there. You can tell Dennis Unichin has been on the track a few times. He knows exactly what to do when the blue flag shows at a road course. Checking out Artavera here in the 4 car. NASCAR BR sponsor machine. All right now is running in the 3rd position. So good run here for the 4. He's now coming up on some lap traffic. Paul Brown in P4. Ritsky Novar running in the 5th position. Andy Goendi out here risking his, rooting on his psychopath racing squad. Also, tough break there for Muhammad Al-Yuba. He had some problems with the connection. What a tough break there for him. Man. Look at this, a 44. Ricardo Simonsato in his first race out here in his new paint scheme. Getting around the 7 of Chris Hughes. Simonsato has his software company that he works for on the side, and he's also sponsored by the wife's workplace, and that is Lumos. So the 44 car here running in the 9th position. Good run there for him. Ritsky Novar in the 5X. Now working his way up the field. We got pit stops underway. Paul Brown on pit lane. Vieira on pit lane. Dana Grover on pit lane. So we got some pit stops underway. Paul Brown finishing up his pit stop. Ritsky Novar here running in the 3rd position, coming up on some lap traffic as Paul Brown now back on track in that 77 car. Going to have to get a capture card for that that stream right there on the right side. Still working on that, man. Don't hate on me. I'm trying. Alvarez is still the race leader here as he's rolling up on the 12 of John Stanley. Andy Goendi said he is going to be good for the race tonight. The GT3 race, I guess it'll be tomorrow for us. Look at this, the 83 on pit lane. 83, our race leader on pit lane, and it is a full pit lane. A lot of action happening now here as our points, or our pole setter here tonight on pit lane. Sifter on pit lane, Novar on pit lane as well. Sifter of the 21 car may end up getting out here ahead of these guys. I don't know. No, looks like the 83 going to get out. Coming back out on track. Franco Alvarez, the leader. Alexei Salviev, after making his pit stop a little bit earlier. 4.3 seconds separate the two of those guys now. He's on a little bit older tires here. So you see you come up the hill, hard right-hander. And then you got to be really careful here at the crest of this hill. That car can break loose and go to the right on you. Simpner just behind him. This is a battle for position. Lucas Simpner in the 21 behind Alexei Salviev. So on board here with Lucas Simpner, 21 car running in P3. Simonsato on pit lane. Pretty extended pit stop for Simonsato. And I think he actually has a speeding penalty. So he is on pit lane. Now finishing up his pit stop. Hopefully doesn't get caught speeding. Coming back out on track. So again, you see that hitch in there. I apologize for that. So Simonsato back out on track here on lap 16. Tough break there for him. He's now in the 17th position. We had a good battle here for P2. Simpner in the 3rd position. Salviev in the 72 car, shown as the 2. He's actually in the 72. I must have done something wrong there on the car set, of course. Actually, that's his position. I'm an idiot. I'm all right, man. I'm okay. It only took me like 10 years to get through high school. Like 20 to get through college a couple times. Well, aboard here with Arjun Vieira running behind John Stanley. John Stanley is in the 18th position. Arjun Vieira right now running in P4. Simonsato up there as well in the 17th spot. So those guys battling for position. Arjun Vieira going to the outside in his 4 car. He's got to be careful here as these guys battle for position, but he gets around. John Stanley might use that as a reason to get around Simonsato. Take a look at Gordon Carter here, the 56 car. High place moving sponsored Chevy Camaro. Right now running in P14, kind of out there by himself. About 5 seconds ahead of the P18 or P15 car and about 4 seconds behind Tim Lansbury in the 13th position, so smack dab in the middle of P13, P15. Check out Dana Grover here as Ritsky Novar just behind him. This is a good battle. The 89, Dana Grover running in the 6th position as Ritsky Novar in the 5X, the Ford, all over the back of him right now. Good tight battle here. Novar in the new driver scheme in the 7th position. On board here with Dana Grover. We got a battle here coming into the turn. Novar goes to the inside. Now he's going to be on the outside for this right-hander. As the 89 car trying to hold on to that, Novar drifting up the track. And they're side by side as I'm not sure. Yeah, he ends up pulling it back off there. It looks like Grover holding on to that spot as Novar looked like he had it. Wasn't able to pull it off there through the carousel. We got a good battle here. Novar and Grover. Grover in P6. These guys coming up on some lap traffic too. About to get interesting here as Ritsky Novar going to the inside. Oh, man, that got crazy right there. Novar slipped through in the S's. Now he's got a lap car of Todd Robillard ahead. Robillard in the 90. He's got these cars all over the back of him and gets over to the right and let those cars go. We got traffic all over the place here. Grover and Novar battling for position, and Novar was able to snooker him and get around. Grover back to the 7th spot. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias here in the 15th position. Oh, Artur Vieira lost his connection. Artur Vieira lost his connection. Oh, no. Oh, my heavens, man. Artur Vieira had a problem. Got disconnected. Salviev and Sifner battling it out for P2. '83 car, they're having some issues. These guys are talking a little bit about some game freezing right now. I haven't seen anything on, I've seen some stuff on my end, but nothing hitching necessarily. Alvarez is the leader. Sifner about 8.5 seconds behind in P2. Palumbo has retired his machine. So we got now 3 cars out. Presetio, Palumbo, and Vieira all out of the race. And Alvarez is in a heck of a lot of traffic. So Vieira lost his connection, and that is just a tough break there for Vieira. He had a good night going. And what a tough break there for Vieira, man. What a tough break. '56, Gordon Carter, and the '82, Tim Lansbury battling. Little Mustang versus Camaro. And the Camaro will get around. Tim Lansbury gave him a lot of room. And there goes Ed Palumbo on the jet out of town. As he's retired his machine. Didn't take him too long. Heading back to New York. Going to be a long flight there from California to New York. Hopefully he's going to have a couple brewskis on the flight. Salviev in the 72 car is on pit lane. Now remember, he pitted early in that sequence. So here he is again on pit lane in the 72. So he's given up some positions and maybe has something up his sleeve here as far as strategy. Now coming back out on track, and he will be back in the 7th position. So Salviev making an early pit stop. Brings us back up here to the 83 of Franco Alvarez, the Tire Pro sponsor Camaro. He is absolutely driving his car on the edge right now. '65 car coming off track there just a little bit in the grass. Simonsato in the 44 car, I believe he said, maybe said he was going to be coming down pit lane here very soon. Simonsato pulling off to the right to come down pit lane. Remember last time he sped on pit lane, so hopefully keeps that car under pit road speed. So on pit lane in that brand new paint scheme. We got the telephone wires in the way, don't we? Or the light wires, whatever that is. There you go. Get a good look at that paint scheme. Givaldo spindle. Oh, Givaldo hits the inside wall, pit entrance wall, and loses the front of that car. This car coming back out on track, and he is on fire right now. Big time problems there for him. Givaldo came off track and made contact with the outside or the inside wall. Take a look here, right there, making contact. You see that hood flying and then into the wall. Man, that is a hard couple licks right there. Unichin looks like he had trouble as well. Take a look and see what happened to Unichin. He does the same thing. He hits the wall. Givaldo just said, hey, I can do better than that. Watch. So both those guys trying to figure out how many parts they could knock off their cars. And Givaldo hard into the wall. So those guys got too far to the right off the carousel, getting into the wall. So Spindola on pit lane. Unichin on pit lane, taking service. Looks like Givaldo has retired his machine. Lucas Siffner here in the 21 car. Running in P2. Paul Brown up to the 3rd position in that 77 car. So good run here for Paul Brown. Good top 3 run in the road course configuration in this 77 machine. Rinsky Novar is in P4. He's a road course specialist. I expect him to be very competitive in the GT3 Series race tomorrow. He did a lot of work for us and getting a car set done for that too. I want to really send out how much I appreciate my thanks to him and how much I appreciate his help getting us a car set in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. Jesus Iglesias and Chris Hughes battling it out. Look at this, a 22 and a 7. Gordon Carter in this mix as well. He's running in the 12th position. Tim Lansbury is in 13th. So great racing here between the 22, the 7, the 56, and the 82. Down to the back of Jesus Iglesias' machine. Gordon Carter looking on the low side of Chris Hughes. Hughes running in P14. So good run here for Chris Hughes in that 7 car. Running in P11 as Gordon Carter is in 12th. Tim Lansbury 13th. So trying to make it up through the S's here and up the hill, and then his hard right-hander as Gordon Carter starting to put a little pressure on him, getting a little bit loose, coming off the turn there and scrubbing off some speed. Hughes might be a little bit better in this section of the track. Now all over the back of Jesus Iglesias here, that 22 car. Iglesias a little bit squirrely coming off the turn, is now Chris Hughes in the 7 car. Couple Camaros here battling it out. Chris Hughes now battling the 22. Coming into the carousel, and I think he has a preferred line here. Can he hold on to that as Iglesias is going to dive into the inside? This is going to get crazy here. Iglesias losing the control of that car a little bit. It's a 7 car. Able to hold on to that position. Iglesias went for broke on that one and not able to pull off that pass. Holy smokes. Let's take a look at that. Iglesias went for broke here in the carousel. Actually, this is up that hard right-hander. Turn 1. And he gets loose. And that's him gaining that spot back there. Looks like Lansbury came off track. Take a look and see what happened to Tim Lansbury. Oh, there at the top of that second hill. Coming off the hard right-hander. Spins into the bushes. A little sandy for him. Lansbury off the track as now the 12 car going to get by. John Stanley picking up a spot here in this 12 car. Cibizzato back out on track here in the 44 car is shown in the 15th position. So Ricardo Cibizzato right now running in P15. Gilmar Peixoto here joining us. Good to see him. Franco Alvarez is the leader. He's got a 15-second lead over Lucas Sifter. Rizky Dovar is in 3rd. Dana Grover is 4th. Alexei Salviev in the 5th position. Paul Brown in the 77 car now back to the 7th position. Looks like maybe the 83 hearing on the radio that the 83 is going to be making a pit stop. So the 83 coming down pit lane. Lucas Sifter here in the 21 car also coming down pit lane. So a couple leaders now making pit stops. Pretty good hint to that was Salviev's choice to come in and take service. Take a look at the side-by-side here. Oh, sure, we're looking at both drivers there, aren't we? As looks like Franco Alvarez finishing up his pit stop, coming back on track. The 21 car finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track as well. Don't forget the GT3 Series will be back in action tomorrow. 60-minute race from Daytona Road Course, kicking off a brand new season, and what a weekend to be racing Daytona Road Course, right? 24 hours of Daytona is this weekend, and we're going to kick it off here in the High Octane Racing League with the GT3 Series. It'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Saturday, January the 28th. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow as well, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race number 4 will be in Las Vegas in the Saturday Night Thunder. And that's going to be a fun one. Vegas, always fun in our Cup Series. If you'd like to join us, come on out. There's the Discord address on that banner. We'd love to have you. Alvarez is the leader here. As looks like Simfer, Salviev, Brown, Novar all finished up their pit stops. So Alvarez now a 12.8 second lead over Lucas Simfer. And I think Simfer had a little bit better in and out there than Alvarez did. And Alvarez misses that turn. Alvarez a little trouble through that turn, that hard right-hander, turn 1. So Alvarez now cuts that lead back to 10.9 as Simfer closes it in after that trouble. Gilmar says he's going to be back in action next week, hopefully. Good. We'd love to see you, Gilmar. Come on back out. 56, Gordon Carter now picking up a position. I think Jesus Iglesias has a speeding penalty. He's coming down pit lane. So Iglesias on pit lane to serve a speeding penalty. He's going to lose a position. Ricardo Simonsato picking up a spot. He is now up to P12 here in the 44 car. 10 laps to go. Take a look at Sean Jacobs, man. He's had a little bit of a rough night here in this 24. Road course is not his thing, and he just didn't feel like the Vulcan-sponsored machine. That setup was feeling very good for him tonight. But nonetheless, maybe giving us a points night. Here he is running in the 17th position in that 24 car. Maybe, who knows, man. We got still about 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go. You never know. You might crack the top 10 before it's over with. Robillard just ahead. He gets out of the way. It looks like trying to take an evasive move. Get out of the way, now in the sand. Paul Brown in the 77 car as Alexei Salviev on pit lane again. So Salviev, different strategy for him, and I don't think that worked out for him. Salviev finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. So late race pit stop. I kind of wondered, he is really off sequence to the rest of these guys. Kind of wondered how that was going to work. And now Salviev trying to hold on as Dana Grover in the 89 car closing in. Trax VR sponsored Toyota, another good top 10 run here for him. He's running in the 6th position, trying to crack the top 5 as Salviev a little squirrely. Getting into that turn as Grover tried to close in. This Toyota Camry. Here on lap 32, Franco Alvarez does have the lead, 10-second lead over Simfer. He had a little trouble in this turn a few laps ago and lost quite a bit of time. Gave up a lot of time to the 21 car. Lucas Simfer trying to close in, do what he can, 10.5 second gap. Good run here for Simfer nonetheless. Does a good job of helping us with these road course setups as well. Trying to close in and get up to Franco Alvarez. A little bit of lap traffic there between he and Alvarez. And that is the 12 of John Stanley. John Stanley running in P14. That Die-Hard sponsored Ford Mustang as Lucas Simpner closing in. Simpner wanted to try to get around and maybe going to go around on the high side. Not sure. No, they're through a tough section of the track. Stanley going to give him the left side. Simpson's got a good run. Now going to the left. John Stanley not going to fight him as he is on the lead lap. John Stanley in P14. Good racing etiquette right there from our Canadian native. Couple Canadians right there, as a matter of fact. Simpner hailing from Canada as well. John Stanley way out there on the East Coast in Canada. .2 seconds. Simpner is closing. 10.1 now under 10. So Simpner is closing in, but does he have enough time to be able to click off more seconds? He's running out of time here. We're on lap 34. Take a look at Dan Richter here in this 65 car. Picking up another spot as Eugene Fedorov coming off track to make a pit stop. So Fedorov in the 84 car. I haven't talked too much about him tonight. This worker class sponsor machine. Making a pit stop. I was like, man, that is an acid trip right there, man. Nice looking scheme, really. Or is like yellow. Yellow's my favorite color. I think that's yellow. It might be yellowish green, but nice looking scheme. Here's the 84 coming back on track. He's going to be in P11. Alvarez has stepped on the gas here a little bit. 10.2 second gap now. So a little bit, gives up a little bit of time right there in that slower part of the track. Simpner obviously in the faster part of the track, but now it's starting to even back out now. Here we go, late race battle here. Ritsky Novar in the Ford. The 5X getting around the 77. Paul Brown. Novar trying to pick up this spot, and I think he's going to do it. As the 77 car now falling back to the 4th position. So Ritsky Novar in the 5X car picking up a spot here late, running in 3rd. Paul Brown now in P4. Dan Richter here in the 65 trying to make some moves. A little bit off track right there. A little bit in the sand, keeps it pointed in the right direction. And he's running in P8, one of our Indiana natives. Big Purdue University fan. Goes to Purdue University as well. So boiler up for him. Here he is in the Ford, making it happen here at this road course. Take a look at Chris Hughes, who is now down 2 laps here in the 13th position. Letting Franco Alvarez go by. So Alvarez on board here with him here on lap 36. Been a pretty good race, really. We only have 5 cars out of the race, so we still have 17 cars battling it out here at Riverside. So a great turnout here at Riverside International. Looks like Simonsato is on pit lane in the 44 car. So Simonsato now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Take a look here, a late race pit stop for the Chevy Loomis Racing sponsor machine. It's 44 in his first out with his new paint scheme. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias here, the 22 car. Jesus is running in the 10th position. Good top 10 run for this Orange Crush Sponsor machine. No barbecue tonight for Jesus. Here he is with a top 10 run. He did a great job last week, too, in the Saturday Night Thunder at this track. So he gets this track. He really does. He's from Spain, and I hear there's a lot of sand in Spain. Oh, no! Just as we were talking about the 22, he gets off track into the grass. How quickly his fortunes changed. Holy smokes, did you see that? Take a look here. Barbecue got barbecued at the top of that hill and then hops over a couple bushes, scares the rabbits, back out on track. I think he jumped that corner right there. Gotta look and see what Fedorov saw. This might have been pretty interesting here. We got to look at that again out of Fedorov's machine. Watch this. We're going to see Jesus jump back out onto the track. Right there. And I think Alvarez had a pretty good look at that as well. Oh, on board here with Alvarez. Watch this. He sees oh, Jesus said, hey, don't count me out for the barbecue. Franco Alvarez back to the race, or back to the leader up here in the 83 car, getting around Fedorov. Just 2 laps to go here for Franco Alvarez. Sifner in second, 9.8 seconds back. Ritsky Novar in the 3rd position. Paul Brown 4th, Salviez rounding out the top 5. Franco Alvarez, man, he has a good habit of coming out through the week and practicing the track. He gets a lot of laps in. He figures out what he needs to do, even though this is fixed setups, what he needs to do and win this race. He does long runs. He does short runs. He figures it out. So practice definitely pays off. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 1 to go. Pretty decent little battle here between Novar and Paul Brown. Pretty tight right there. Just about a second separate the two, so we'll kind of keep our eye on that that battle, how that shapes up. So Paul Brown and Ritsky Novar battling it out for the 3rd position as we're on our last lap. Those guys cross the start-finish line. They got 1 lap to go. Franco Alvarez is our leader. So Team Swoop going to rack up another win here as Franco Alvarez going to come home with the race victory here at Riverside. So racking up another win is Team Swoop. So Alvarez getting the big win. We got a battle here between Sim and Sato And John Stanley as well. Simonsato and the 12 of John Stanley battling for the 13th position. Stanley to the outside. And what a heck of a battle there coming off. Looks like John Stanley's going to pick up the win, or pick up that spot, finish in P13. So a good run there for John Stanley and good pass. So another big win for Franco Alvarez. The 83 car getting the win. Team Swoop in victory lane again. I don't know if Salviev is still trying to finish up or not. I don't even have him through victory lane here yet. There we go. 72 car. Now finish it up. He's missing the front of his car, so he must have had some trouble here on that. And that front of that car is gone. Let's take a look at the final results. Take a look at the final results here at Riverside. We'll start with page one. How about that? I mean, you know, I'm an amateur. What do I say? Franco Alvarez gets the win in the 83. Lucas Simpner in the Ford finishes in second. Ritzky Novar, Paul Brown had a heck of a battle there for the third position. Ritzky Novar holding off Paul Brown. Paul Brown finishes in fourth. Dana Grover, good top five run there for him in the 89 car. Craig Marizon finished sixth. Alexis Salvia finished seventh. Dan Richter eighth. Finish in ninth. Gordon Carter in the Chevy. Gordon Carter ninth. Eugene Fedorov finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th is Jesus Iglesias. Chris Hughes finishes 12th. John Stanley 13th. Ricardo Simonsato finishes 14th. Tim Lansbury 15th. Todd Robillard finishes in at 16th position. Sean Jacobs battles for a 17th position. Dennis Unichin finishes 18th. Givaldo Spindle at 19th. Arthur Vieira finishes in P20. Finishing in 21st is Ed Palumbo in the 54. And Yogi Persetio finishes in the 22nd position. So Franco Alvarez gets the win here at Riverside. Congratulations to him, and we'll see if we can't get him in the broadcast booth. What a great run there for Franco Alvarez. All right, Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and win number 2 for the 83 Tire Pro sponsor, Camaro. Congratulations, Riverside. Very tough track.
Oh, thank you, Heath. Thank you.
Well, what was the key here tonight to keep this thing up front and out of the sand?
The key was the patience. At the first run, I saved a lot of fuel behind Alexei. He was really quick, so it wasn't easy, but I saved some fuel. So I didn't need to save fuel for the rest of the race. And I was being really patient with the back markers, just letting them go. I was losing like 2 or 3 seconds sometimes, but it's okay. I just wanted to keep the car clean. Just patience. Don't try to dive bomb anyone or something like that. Just waiting for the end.
Well, you had a pretty good battle there with Salviev for a while, and then also Lucas Simpner for a while. And then you started running up on some lap traffic, too. I saw that at first turn, that second hill really gave a lot of people problems. What was your strategy through that section of the track?
What corner, sorry?
That turn 1.
The left-handed.
Hard right-hander.
Right-hander. Okay, sorry. Just one gear down and flat out. It wasn't that difficult of a corner for me. The most difficult corner was the last one on the snake. That was the most difficult one for me. But yeah, overall the track is really tough. You can't lose concentrations or focus anytime because you will end up on the wall. But yeah, really difficult track. I was actually impressed by the guys who did a really good job. They didn't cause any issues. I was really impressed with them.
Well, next week we'll be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A lot of guys really like that mile-and-a-half track. How do you feel about Las Vegas?
One of my favorite tracks. I won the last time we raced there, so I'm really confident to make 3 in a row and try to chase the championship. I know it's almost impossible, but why not try it?
Well, the back half of that season looks really interesting as well. We got Talladega, Lucas Oil Raceway, Phoenix, Kansas, and Atlanta Motor Speedway. Anything stand out to you on the back half of that season as you chase that championship?
I am really looking forward to IRP. I think it's a track that really fits me. And I am trying to find my first victory at Talladega as well. So yeah, I really like the schedule this season. Looking forward. Just try to chase the first in the season and let's try to make 3 in a row.
Well, you got any special messages for Sean Jacobs? I know he's a good buddy of yours. Any special messages you'd like to send him tonight?
I just love to go by him 50 times this race.
Oh, God.
Really
you just
fun.
started a war.
I barely saw his back because I was already passing him.
Oh, no. All right, well, hey, good job, Team Swoop. You just started a war. And good luck to you next week at Vegas.
Team Swoop. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching.
All right. All right, man, that's Franco Alvarez starting a war there with Sean Jacobs. Getting in his head here a little bit as we move through the season. Franco Alvarez getting another win, chasing a championship. Well, don't forget the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series will be back in action. Race number 1 of a brand new season. And that's right. What better weekend than the 24-hour of Daytona weekend to kick off our GT3 Series at Daytona Road Course. 60-minute race coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here tomorrow on TurnLeftTV. And I'm going to get out of the broadcast booth to get in the driver's seat to get this car around Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That's right, the Saturday Night Thunder will be in action at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Beat the Broadcaster night, and this season, that has not been a hard thing to do. 110 laps at Vegas coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's race number 4 of the season, the Saturday Night Thunder Series. I want to say thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Thanks to all the people that watch the races each and every week, and all the new subscribers, all those people that hang out and stick with us even through the good and the bad. Share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. Don't forget to go down the link in the description of this race and click on that over to the Sim Labs website. I have a Sim Labs race rig, and I am an affiliate through those guys, so I appreciate you helping me out here at TurnLeftTV. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the bell if you'd like to make a donation. There's a PayPal link in the description of this race or in the banner of this channel. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting available at EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who provides our servers and our web space here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget there's a quick link to Discord on our website. You can get updates on who's winning what, and also quick links to our rFactor 2 times page. See who's running what throughout the week as well. Congratulations going out to Franco Alvarez on getting the win here tonight at Riverside. Don't forget to join us next week here in the Saturday Night Thunder. We will be at Vegas. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We might as well keep it in the sand, huh? Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm going to be out of here tonight, and we'll see you later. Thanks for joining us. I am out of here.